Hi there, Mrs. I, checkpoint 3. Okay, now if you're looking at this video for checkpoint 3 and you have not completed checkpoint 1 and 2, stop, go back and get your work done. Okay, checkpoint 3, I'm going to share my screen with you and we're going to take a look at what we're going to be doing. This is very interesting. We are moving in US history, we're moving into Philadelphia. Philadelphia was one of the earliest cities in the United States, and it was made up of a mixed group of people. They had Quakers, Presbyterians, Protestants, some Catholics. They had free African Americans. The Free African American Society of Philadelphia was formed in the 1700s, and this was where Africans who had been former slaves or perhaps had purchased their own freedom or been freed by their owners tended to congregate in Philadelphia because it was a very accepting, progressive city. They formed their own society, they formed their own churches, and we're going to learn more about this society as we study the early history of Philadelphia. So you're going to see right here, this is your summit page. This is how it looks. Your activity 1 is to watch the video, Philadelphia, the Great Experiment. You'll learn about the nuances and the special place that early Philadelphia was. Then you're going to read an article on the Free African Society of Philadelphia and learn about their role, the role of African Americans during the yellow fever epidemic in 1793. Most of the city's population was white. They came down with the fever. 1 out of 10 people died from it. Now, the African American population was not immune to yellow fever. However, they endured it much better. And they became the caregivers of Philadelphia because they could. You're also going to read the next article, which is very important because it's the foundation of checkpoint 3. So it's called Mother Bethel Burial Ground, which is a historical burial ground in Philadelphia. It is the resting place of more than 5,000 African Americans, and it has been lost to history. It is now a children's playground built over the cemetery. There is a great historical movement taking place that wants to commemorate and give more respect and dignity to the resting place of early African American freedmen and slaves. And you're going to read about this. And this is the basis for your activity 1. It's also going to be the basis for your checkpoint 3. So this is an important reading. Don't skip over it. Again, annotate, take notes. So when you're done with your activities, your reading and your video for activity 1, you are going to just write a paragraph on commemoration. And your leading sentence could be: commemoration is an observance designed to honor the memory of an individual, an event, or a group of people. And we're talking about the Mother Bethel Burial Ground. So as we move forward to your checkpoint 2, you'll see a video in here from Miss Rose. You're going to read the article. Mosquito-borne disease could threaten half the globe by 2050. We're experiencing global warming, and we are making Earth a more hospitable, friendly place for the mosquito. This is not good news for human beings. Are you attracted? Are you attractive to mosquitoes? I am. They like me. We're going to find out whether they like you. Read the article. Tell me what you think. Next, you're going to go to the CDC Travelers website, and you're going to put in the name of a mosquito-borne illness. In addition to that, perhaps a place that you might want to travel to. An example of that is dengue fever in the Dominican Republic. So you're going to put that into the search bar of the CDC government travel link and find out whether there are any warnings or information on dengue fever or yellow fever or malaria. You're going to pick one of the mosquito-borne illnesses. And your sample is in your checkpoint. You just have to go to that to see how you will format that. And you will just write a couple of sentences after that that tells Miss Rose and I what your search results were. Moving forward to that, we're going to go down right to checkpoint 3, which is due Friday, October 2nd. And I'm going to prepare a specific video for that checkpoint, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. What I will tell you is that it has to do with Philadelphia's forgotten free African American Mother Bethel Burial Ground. So what you will be doing, and you should start thinking about this, is designing a concept to commemorate that cemetery. Now remember, you're going to read your article, which is going to give you a description of how it looks today and what can be done to further commemorate the free African society members buried there, as well as African American slaves, men, women, and children. Okay, so this is an overview of checkpoint 3. And again, this is due on October 2nd. So don't be late. Okay, if you have any questions, you know where to find us. And I'll be back. I'm gonna stop sharing. All righty, go forth.